is the Pugdom realm of the Pug King and home of competitive DBD. It's time to go to battle.
The Pug King in close up. Now, you happy? Not performing monkey.
Who are they? Who are we casting?
Last night, first up, Oh Boy versus Madness.
I am flabbergasted. That was beautifully done.
You see something we didn't? Did. The eyes of a hawk and the reflexes of a mongoose.
But
No, yes, he is. He's tunneling him hard. Camera is down. Where's that pesky Claudette with a flashlight? Just know she's going to come from some angle. There she is! Oh! Solar with a solar burn as Samurai leaps from the shoulders and pegs it off into the night.
better start going back
better
to the
start
hatch.
pegging it back. Way back is there. Are we going to see Devour sprint out the corn like a legend? The hatch is open. Where's Devour? There he is! There you go! Oh my God, Devour! But
You're going to be the one to get hunted and camped.
he can smell him. He is.
Is he in the...
There he is!
Gambler and Redbird are dead. He needs to get this hook. He does not get it. Hatch is available. Sprint burst is used. And she makes it out!
Killer Shack offering no protection. Cheeky little dead hard. Enabling that free hit.
He's going to...
Is it Pride? Ego.
I think that's going to happen again.
Where's this Claudette? No! Oh my God! Out of nowhere!
That's 3 times in a row. That's... They need to change the name from K the Juka to K the Juicer.
K the Juicer, and you know that's what he's going to change his name to. He'll love that, especially he'll clip it for his montage. But let's see what happens. In the window, trying to force her around. Good play. Leading them down there, the 2. We wish them luck. Back in 2 shakes of a Pug's Town. Okay, we are back for Super Sunday, and what a day of DBD entertainment we have for you. I am the Pug King, and this is our joint venture with Champions of the Fog. For their League B. I am joined by the world-famous Intimidator, or to his friends, Timmy, from the Iridescent League, and keen member of Devout. How are you, Timmy? Is it Timmy or Intimidator?
Oh, I'm fine with anything. I mean, people call me Timmy, Intimidator. You can call me anything. It's fine.
I just want to call it the Intimidator, but it's going to get tiresome for you. You're going to say, Pug, shut up. Well, I'm glad you're here, and he is also one of the co-founders of Iridescent League. If you haven't checked them out, make sure you do. Follow, like, and subscribe, but only after us. I'm joking. Shameless plug. But we have Oblivion versus Endless today, and we are going on to the Blood Lodge for our first map with Endless killing, and it is a nurse, and it's Zeiss going against Fabra, Zackstrom, Trap, and Anta, I presume that is, and they will be going against a Blight after. And we already see Zeiss has found one of his first survivors. Who do you think's got the better advantage, Nurse or Blight on this map?
It heavily depends on what kind of 3-gen setup you have, because Blight can cover both sides of the map. Nurse, it's a little bit tough to cover the whole map on Blood Lodge, because it's actually super big in terms of size. but the chase potential is like really strong, as we saw that ace going down here right on the pallet, and that's gonna give up corrupt intervention already at the beginning of the game. So we know the survivors are rotating around probably on the other side of main. We'll see which way our nurse blinks. Seeing, yeah, like this gen setup is definitely a nurse-sided Blood Lodge. Like if it was, like we see 1, 2, 3, 4 gens right here around main building.
Oh, it's gnarly, isn't it? It's very, very gnarly. Like it's so many options to get across. I mean, a Blight could, but I think you might be right on the nurse. But the only reason I'm asking that is because the second set is Oblivion are playing the nurse on Father Campbell's Chapel and Endless of an Executioner. So it'd be interesting. A nurse can absolutely dominate on Father Campbell's Chapel. I don't know if they're strategically picking, but I don't know how the execution is going to fare. Fabra is looking like we'll go to second hook. The team keep coming over and poking at Zeiss, the nurse, for Endless. But no one's coming in now. I think they're going to sacrifice. But at what cost will another gen go? Only time will tell, Timmy, huh?
Yeah, well, they definitely need gen progress, just given how early that first down was. But if we saw that first gen they popped, it was right in between both generators. So it splits open that good setup we saw earlier.
Yeah.
And we do see the case. So they're kind of just holding the blink here, pressure the gen and Shaq at the same time, pressuring the hook. So it's not a free unhook. Because against S tiers, we'll definitely see this where they come back to the hook and guard it, because they can get a really fast chase if they get some kind of trade or hit. And they do get the hit on tap. Very nice 2 set of blinks. And they're going for the trade.
Oh, no. It is all going Pete Tong for Oblivion, as the hook trade did end up being a hook. Fabra looks like Zachstrom's there. But that's what we're saying. Camping it out needs to make sure it does, but has got rid of that gnarly kind of 4-gen scenario. Is it worth giving it away? They basically did 2 of them.
Honestly, it's definitely worth. Oh, is it?
What happened there? He just did an unbreakable in front of them.
Yes.
Was that what that
Trying to
was?
sneak it.
Oh, man. He'll be kicking himself. Fabra is back to the campfire, and Zachstrom there. Now, what are Oblivion going to do, apart from avoid being smashed into Oblivion? As we know, there's one in the center, and didn't even go. Heard the nurse coming, but decided to stick around. Oh, but hung on tight. And I think they really wanted to get that extra gem point. If this does turn into a 4K and 2, or 4K and 3 is very doable with a Blight on this map. So I think that's what they're hoping, unless they can get one more gen off.
No, we did see the survivor in the distance, and the nurse definitely does. We see the scratch marks, but this is looking like a 4K2.
Yeah. It looking a bit. I mean, could they do it? I mean, the gen's right next to the hook. I think Zeiss is seeing if Traps is going, or the Claudette is going to start working to try and do a gen to ease the pressure off of their killer when they return as a Blight. That's bubbling away at 50%. I mean, we haven't really seen much of the killer's perks. We've got Corrupt, Thrilling Tremors, and Pop Goes the Weasel are the perks that have been identified so far. But Zachstrom looks like, or has gone on to second stage, and there's... Oh no! How did Denson get up? Must have been picked up, right?
Yeah, because we did see Unbreakable earlier, so they did rotate all the way around.
I mean, that blatant Unbreakable in front was almost, I don't know, comical. Like the nurse was staring at him, he jumps up and goes down straight away. It's funny. But now...
I mean, in hindsight, it was a good play. It bought more time as opposed to just getting hooked right after the death. Because it was enough time for the generator to get popped and checked, and it was important that they get it because a 4K2, as we were saying, is a lot more doable than a 4K3.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, here we go, and there... Oh. The whole squad is down, but that is a good display from Zeiss. A 4K off the bat. Endless start in the league as they mean to go on, and that is winning. They were in some of our finals last season. Very strong team. And putting down their staple in B1. But everyone is now making their way onto the hook. Now.
Yeah, they're really showing that strength on Nurse.
Yeah, I mean, we see Nurses struggle a little bit last season and during qualifiers because of the specific killer balancing where there wasn't really any apart from General. But Zai seems to have done all right on this one. I mean, you played on Friday night. How was your game? The Devout game?
Oh, the games are fun. I mean, I enjoy playing DVD, especially in the comp setting. And we did end up getting the win. Spoilers. No one saw it. But it's fun, especially against S tier killers. We did play against a Blight. We did get 4K'd at 1 gen.
Oh,
so,
what? There was a 4K4, was it?
Yeah, well, yeah, no, for 4K at 1 gen.
Oh, 1 gen left. Sorry, I apologize.
Yeah,
I was
so,
like, Jesus. And you still won.
No. We tied that set because that's kind of like expected. You know, 4K1, 4K2, like it heavily depends on the generators and just some of the slip ups on survivors.
Yeah.
But you know, killers can definitely force some mistakes, and we saw that here, like getting the tag at main and the survivor going for the unhook and didn't get it in time. That was just a good play from the killer, able to blink right back on top of the hook.
Yeah, we see it time and time again. We actually saw it last night with Malice and Minor Misery. It was just a cluster around the hook, which kind of finished the game quickly, which we just saw there from Endless. Well, let's see how Oblivion's Blight gets on as it goes against Endless Survivors. We will set up the lobbies quickly and be back to you in 2 shakes of a Pug's Town. Okay, we're back in the room for trial number 2 between these champions, Endless and Oblivion. I am joined by the lovely Intimidator, who is co-casting with me today. We've just seen a Sally, a nurse game. Zai's turn up with domination of a 4K. Not before Oblivion got our 3 gens. They are the win conditions, a 4K and 3 for Oblivion to make sure they take this first set. And Endless need to do only 4 gens. And when we say only need to do 4 gens, it's a tough job as they will be facing against a Talbot, a Blight. Any tips, tricks, hurrahs that you could advise the teams on either side there, Mr. Intimidator? Timmy, my friend.
So, easiest piece of advice, but I see it constantly, is don't get hit in the first 5 rushes.
Don't get hit in the first 5 rushes. He's wise like an owl, but it makes a lot of sense. There's 4. Oh no, sorry, that's 4. Now 5. No one got hit. What else advice would you have? Just teasing you. Okay.
Well, the first set of rushes sets the tone of the match, like completely. Getting that first hit and tag, then it generates that really fast down that we saw like in the nurse match. But they find a survivor without any rushes yet at the fun bust. Nice little attempt on the cracker, but not gonna work on our Talbot.
Well, no, and the firecracker goes down. The killer is Judgment, facing against Mean, the French Looper, Zeiss, and Leger. And Leger is the one that is being pursued vigorously around Shaq, as drops the pallet to get distance, makes it over to the other tile. Oh, slips off the rock, which would have made Leger plenty of time probably to get back to Shaq. No, he's decided to hang around this tile, and Judgment slips off it again to the far wall that creates some distance. Now, where's Leger gone? Is he hiding? I think he is. He managed to get away. You know, blood. Does he have lucky break? I don't know. Either that or he's a magician, but he's disappeared. And we see Corrupt there as the perk of choice. And we are about 3/4 of the way through. We probably will see a gen or 2 ping in around 5 seconds. But not as quick a down as we saw in the first game. Is that right, Timmy?
That's correct, but we see 2 survivors here. I guess there were... No, 1 survivor. I thought it was 2 set of scratch marks.
I think it was his hair, right?
Finally Leger again. Yeah. And with an injured survivor running edge map, it's going to be hopefully down here for our killer. They do need the pressure, and they do get it. Very nice little flick around the rock, but as you said, we may be seeing some gens pop out in the distance, given the extent of this chase.
Yeah, I think there's going to be one or two. Is he going to, I was going to say, is he going to stick around? But that gen's almost about to blow. But we now see Pop goes the Riesel and Brutal Strength as two of the other perks that have gone on there. And Leger has been saved. Gens are bubbling all over the place. Action, action, action. But not one has popped yet, which is bizarre. Well, just as I say that, Caster's Curse, one pops. Do you know what I mean?
We love it.
I'm just going to go. I'm just going to got my coat.
Just barely missing the rush.
Just clipped his curly locks as Leger tries to create some distance, sporting some purple shorts so he can run the marathon. But can he run over to the next tile? He does indeed. Doesn't drop it. And I think he'll regret that as he swings. Oh! Just by the skin of his teeth managed to get away as another gen. And Leger juicing. That's going to go for the montage. Goes the other side. A Bill Alive comes in as he kicks, runs like a panther. But boom, goes down. There was no escape for Leger that time.
Very nice run from Leger. Oh, wait! Part two? Part two, that decisive strike, extending the chase even more. And then Artipan, that's going to be gen number 3 getting done.
Oh.
What do we say about that, Pug?
Oh, Leger must be over the moon. He's like probably screaming in his Discord, I am the new French looper. He's going to go the other side and doing well to bob on. He is going to have to break that, I think, because it's a nice tile for the survivor. And there we go, he eventually gets it, but where's Leger gone? He's managed to get over to the next tile and really committed. All Endless need is one more gen to secure this set, if it was to say the same, and that is bubbling away nicely. What happened there? Did he get a hit off? Was someone just crouched down? I didn't quite see what happened there.
Yeah, they did a little flick around the rock and hit the Jake. So Jake's now taking chase right at this ballot that we saw earlier. We saw a lot of butter action around this tree earlier, so
yeah,
Judgment does, though, where to not rush and immediately break the pallet.
Well, I was trying to get onto the survivor because the jerking of the Blight, I haven't seen a Blight game. It's given me an awful headache. It's going backwards and forwards, but Mean has been caught. But there's the win conditions. All the gens are done. What a stonking performance from Endless's survivors. As I said, they mean to get on. And the judgment on judgment for Oblivion has been served for set number 1 as Endless take it. I think they're just going to leave Mean to dangle on the hook. I certainly would, because we have the Claudette, the French looper, as well as Zeiss, who are fresh as a daisy. And they're valuable 6 points to deny a killer in case they draw and go. But Oblivion, who'll be killing next, will be fighting for that first set win. And they all got out. And who? Oh, there's a deliverance. And as they run out,
It's gonna be the 4 out.
and he got out the hatch. What
Wow.
a stonking performance from Endless against Oblivion. Well, look, it is only one set. There are 3 sets to go. We're heading off to Father Campbell's Chapel for a Nurse Executioner match. Who's going to be the strongest? I think the Nurse may have it on this map. What do you think, Timmy?
Oh yeah, definitely Nurse. Nurse can protect 3 gens that include main. The Executioner can't really protect main.
Yeah, that main and being a small map, being able to traverse, you can see an absolute domination on it. But let's see what Oblivion have up their sleeve, and I wouldn't count Endless's Executioner out of it if it is who I think it is. We're in for a cracker. We'll be back as we set up the lobbies in 2 shakes of a Pug's tail. Okay, we're back in the room on the Pug King. I'm joined by the Intimidator as we go on to our trial number 3 of, well, it's trial number 1 of set number 2. I've just messed that up. Anyway, we saw Endless take on the first set on a Nice versus Blight on Blood Lodge. We're now over to Father Campbell's Chapel, where Oblivion will want to get a set win, because if Endless go to 2 sets in a row, we won't be going to a 3rd set. And we all know how we like more DBD all the time, every time, 24/7. And the Pugdom's the place to come, unless they get 2 sets in a row. Oblivion now have a Nurse versus an Executioner. Nurse up first. What are your thoughts on that, Timmy?
Oh, Nurse against an M1? Definitely doable. But Executioner, one of the best tunnelers in the game.
Yeah.
Because if you can get to a cage as soon as they're there, it's going to be a rough time for the survivor. But we do see one of the perks proccing right here. It's going to be Spies from the Shadow.
Kakar!
Those sneaky survivors, and it's going to get some value here, see?
I do love Spies in the Shadows. Sported by the beautiful Fairy T from TK. Now seems to be a staple of nurses in the League B, as Techno, the nurser Oblivion, is going against Endless's Nox, Zeiss, French Looper, and a sub-in Nagat has come. Oh, I don't think Nox was on the last team as well. I think has been subbed in for Leger. But Zeiss now down on the floor, and we do see Badman's last breath as the survivor goes down. That gives away one of the add-ons, and the spoon that allows larger audible. But another quick down from a Nurse from Techno this time. This could be Oblivion set, but again, it's really early to tell, right?
Oh, very early. We have to see what gen they're working on, because if you don't get value from this first pop, then we're going to see at least a gen and a half being completed once they camp this first survivor.
Oh, there's the Crow giving away very valuable information. The survivor coming over there, but got stuck on the mound somehow. I saw the cacoring of the Crows given away, but no survivor. A delay by their feathery friends. I think they're going to try and squeeze. Look at the control the Nurse has, just standing on the mound, being able to overlook and see what's happening there. I think Zeiss is going to go to second hook, but I think he's going to be punished for the gens. I think we're going to see a double ping. Oh no! I tell a lie. We're going to see a hook trade. Someone come in at the side. It was Nox. Snuck in round, and we see one gen go there, but Nox is on the ground and he's after Zeiss for that second hook.
And they're going for this tunnel. They definitely want it, because first unhook, 99% of the time it's going to be deliverance play.
Yeah.
And this is going to be borrowed time expiring in the down, but is there a decisive strike?
3, 2, 1. Zeiss goes off to battle to live and fight another day, and how hard? A cheeky dead hard comes in. This Zeiss has 9 lives. He's like a cat as he goes over to Pug's corner and fixes a dog. He goes down. Oh no, Techno is missing, and I think this is going to cost him 1 or 2 gens as we go round, and Zeiss is being pursued not only by Techno, by our feathery Crow friends. He tries to do a little spin round, but now he's down. That bought like 20 seconds, I think. Valuable 20 seconds, Timmy, right?
Oh yeah, 20 seconds against the Nurse is a lifetime.
Yeah.
Because 20 seconds should be the total chase from healthy to down.
Oh, they're going to hang on. No, they're not going to hang on. And Nox was injured there. And oh, that progress. I think maybe they should have hung on there. I don't know, because we saw Pop Goes the Weasel cut through that like a knife through butter. And all that progress is gone.
Uh-oh, it's dangerous. We do have an injured survivor in the area, which is Tap.
Yeah, and I think Techno can smell blood. Nearly fell for it. Nox baiting and trying to pull Techno away. But the Nurse is going to camp him out as we go round.
Ooh, and the Crow's telling us that Fung is probably back on this generator, just trying to get it done before Ace dies on the hook.
Oh, here comes a little live, probably sprinting over and got it down. It is a hook trade as the French Looper comes in, and Zeiss is off again. Nothing's going to save him this time. But a gen gets... Nothing's going to save him but dead hard.
Yeah, no, hitting this BT is important because
it's BT, sorry, the baseline.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, dead hard. What am I talking about? It's because I'm hungover. I'm glad. Like, it's so refreshing. You didn't correct me. If it was Jolie here who would tell me what an arsehole has been, of course it wasn't dead hard. I didn't see the little arm.
Come on, you know it's not dead hard. That was within the default base kit.
Yeah. I appreciate you, Mr. Intimidator. Yeah, what a legend.
Nah, that's all you. But that's going to be our first death with 2 gens remaining. So it's still doable from both sides. Like, we still have a lot of perks available for the survivor side.
Yeah, I'll be seriously impressed if Endless can get some survivors out. As you said, it can go either way, but you would expect a nurse to dominate on this small map with Main not providing much of an obstacle, and goes down but gets a mouthful of wood as Nagat slams that pallet down, stunning Techno briefly, but the pursuit goes again. Oh, a swing and a miss! And the Feng is juicing around the place here, trying to create some distance. Big braining. Where are they hiding? And over into the corner. Why do people go over to the corner all the time, rather than try and spin out there? Being a comp player yourself, Timmy.
It buys the team an extra 5 seconds, which can make the difference between a pop because the weasel kick.
Well, is it not, like, could you not keep trying to loop around the same thing rather than run to the corner?
Oh,
Are you more chance?
You can't do anything, though.
Oh, I suppose so.
Yeah. If you're out in the open, it's guaranteed down. At least edge map, they can get auto aim. We saw earlier this match. Anything can happen. Oh, and a nice block and shoot with that.
Nox being a absolute pain. Oh, he's going to go straight for that, and I think Nox has deliverance, right? We're presuming.
Yeah.
It was the first one. Oh,
that might have been second win.
Might have, could have. Well, Nox is hanging. That is off. Yeah, or renewal coming off. I think that was a renewal.
And our survivor teams, they're really utilizing their perks. Like, we saw DS, DH, second win, and a gen getting done.
And that knocks off with deliverance. French Loop and Nagat fully healed. A gen goes off. Can they get this last one? I didn't see the spread. We actually haven't spoke about the spread. We've got one in main, one there. Normally, you leave main till last because it's easy to kind of run around the killer, but when it's a nurse that can glide up there like a ballerina, it's not quite a free gen. If you split the map, they'll easily get this, I think.
Oh, yeah. They did a good job. Like, you have a gen all the way over here by Shack, and then you have one on the other side of the main building.
Yeah.
It's not really controllable by the nurse aside from just chase pressure, trying to get a fast down.
Well, it depends if they split them out with the survivors. Sometimes we see all survivors just stick on one side, bizarrely, but I don't think Endless are going to do that. I think Techno may be in a little bit of trouble. A swing and a miss.
Ooh.
That was nice, actually.
With the tip.
With the tip.
We love nurse hits. We love nurse hits.
The Intimidator loves the tip. I'm joking. And Nagat goes on for the second. And there it is. 5 gens done.
And that wasn't even all of a short chase. Like it was a good chase from the nurse, and they just knocked that generator out so quickly. I
think Endless on a mission to finish this off quickly, but that's impressive by them. We have French Looper, who is fresh as a daisy, yet to be hooked. So if they can get them out, it's going to be really, really important. And there's Nox goes down. Now can the Looper get out? Looper obviously went and got Nagat. I'm surprised they didn't go to the gen. That would have applied a lot of pressure to Oblivion and their surviving team. Nox has gone on and is now on Death Hook. Nagat is on Death Hook. French Looper really needs to get out. Why do you think they're not going for the door there, Timmy?
Well, they had to run around for the save, and they are on it. There should be enough time for both of them to escape.
Do you think? It's a gamble.
yeah.
I probably would have just left them. But there we go.
See, look, wait. What? Oh,
What?
there you go. I heard the notification. I thought that was an unhook. I was like,
Yeah, I did.
Whoa,
It was
they're
a fast vault, but that was lucky. Just French Looper got out by the skin of the teeth, and Nox goes back to the camp. 17 points out of 24 is not a unreasonable score, but what a performance from Endless's survivors. And now we're going to see what their executioner has on Father Campbell's Chapel against Oblivion's survivors. Win conditions are down. Let's see if Oblivion can pull it out the bag to win their first set, or if Endless can finish off this matchup with 2 sets in a row. We'll be back to you in 2 shakes of a Pugdom. Okay, we are back in the room for trial number 4. It is the second trial of our second set between Oblivion and Endless. Endless won the first set on a nice Nurse and Blight face-off. Now, Oblivion turned up with a Nurse on Father Campbell's and very reputable score of 17. Win conditions are down as Endless now turn up as the executioner, and a 3K will do it for them. And Oblivion, well, they need to do 5 gens, escape with a fresh as a daisy and another survivor with 2 hooks, or the equivalent of them. I don't know, Timmy, you've probably a better way to say it than I have. Hopefully it hasn't confused, but 18 points will do it for Endless, and of course more than 14 points for Oblivion will do it, however your abacus goes. Any thoughts on this next game that could be the final game of this evening if Oblivion don't win this set?
yeah, it's been a good match back and forth. I mean, we saw a strong Nurse on this map. Now we're gonna see an Executioner with double range. I believe it's double range. So they're gonna go for some spicy hits, and I love Executioner plays. And like the most satisfying thing, almost one of the most satisfying things, is just hearing that little tick mark across the wall. But we do see Corrupt Intervention already starting us off, trying to find any of these pesky survivors as they're lurking around. We do see Cloud, so first chase going into main building, exactly where most of our survivors want to be, because it's definitely safe if they have balanced landing, and they do, as we don't hear the drop, so they gain a lot of distance right back into Corrupt. So very good panic from our Cloud. So good start from our survivors. And our killer does need to find a good chase.
Yeah, a lot slower than before of Nurse, and expecting to be Father Campbell's. I think the Claudette leaping off into the night there. That pesky Claudette with that balance landing did well, but we have Nox, the killer for Endless, going against Zaxtrine, Fabra, Trip, and Anata with the beautiful Denson. Manages to get a hit off Fabra. And remember, they are fighting to keep this going. Oblivion to go on to a third set, and of course Endless looking to finish it off quickly, gaining on, but Oblivion get that first gen off. Remember, they have to get all of them gens and get at least 2 survivors out, 1 fresh and 1 with 2 stages, but going round and round as Nox is trying to do it. And the balancing for the Executioner basically bans any of the fun meta perks, but it does look like that's enough to keep juicing Nox as it goes round. Will not make it to that pallet. Thought about dropping it, but doesn't. Goes to that pickup as Fabra will be the first hook, but I will suspect there is another gen about to be done afoot, as we can see on survivors are spread out across the map there, as the Executioner is just standing there menacingly looking.
No, this is the bug.
Is that a bug?
Yeah. So as soon as they get like a hit, they'll teleport.
Oh, yeah. I need to get back to. I can't. There we go. That's a bug.
So,
What's
yeah, it's spectator bug. So right now it looks like they're pressuring the tap from the Cloud, like we saw the Ori reading, like they got off the gen.
Oh yeah. So let's see if we could see the invisible killer. instead of this menacingly DBD sort your shit out. They disappeared. Here we go. Nox is back in the room.
We love it. We love it. We love DVD, right? There's nothing wrong
I mean,
with this
I
game.
was like, it was a bit odd there for a second. I was like, why is Nox just so close face camping the crutch of Fabra? I mean, you know, could be a grudge. A swing and a miss as comes around here. And now Zackstream is. I think they really need to step this up a bit. Because
yeah, but with Fabra's second, it's huge because they are tormented. So they want to catch the survivor coming in. So that if they go for some kind of trade, you just instantly mooring.
Yeah, yeah. But remember, if they get two survivors out fresh, because at the moment 3 are, with 2 gens, the ratio between hooks versus gens now is looking to see, and Nox taking a bit of a gamble because the big clunkiness of the pyramid isn't going to get over there in time. Has a good visual on a kind of manufactured 3 gen. Although one is in main, so it's not really a free gen, even though they are close together. Well, my opinion. Don't know what yours is on that.
Normally it's not, but having the stairs there makes it accessible, but it's definitely not like a 3-gen. No.
Yeah. Well, let's see what happens. Fabra's out, as you said. Will this change it up? Will Nox get control of this game? Has been pulled over there. We do see gens going off. Rancor is one of the perks that was identified. And what a hit!
Nice M2.
It was like an octopus's arm coming out and reaching out. I thought that was way beyond the reach.
Oh, those are the add-ons. We love the add-ons.
No real gen regression perks. We see Scourge Hook. And we see Rancor and Corrupt. One perk has yet to be identified.
Yeah, unfortunate they found their obsession here, because you kind of want to find them at the end for Rancor.
Yeah. Yeah, just
they need that pressure.
I mean, just to take it on, at least we've got Denson now. It is going to have to force one of them to come off, because Deliverance is banned on the survivors, as we said. So the only way for Trips to get off the hook is to be saved.
Mm-hmm. Well, we actually haven't seen an unhook all game.
Of course. You're so right.
Which is the flip side of it.
Yes. I mean, it is. Yeah, you're right. Died on hook, and now Trip is on there. Now, if he goes to second, are Zackstream and Anita just going to sacrifice Trip and both of them get out? Because that would take the set for Oblivion, believe it or not. Nox has gone. Needs to try and take another survivor and camp him out fresh as a daisy. Would be a draw, which I know they won't want to do. I think they're working on that far gen, right?
No, seeing that they reset, the idea is that both survivors are somewhere on this side of the map. Yeah, here's Tap, and we have Kate and Shaq, so this is getting a little dangerous for the survivor team.
Spicy.
And a nice M2. Nice M2. Very good control, not getting stunned by the Tap. And now Tap's just going to hold W. Like, they want to get as much distance as they can away from the not 3-gen, but from the gens and also the unhook.
Yeah, I think their time has come, though, because they will be wanting to reset. Although he's tormented, would you cage him at this stage?
No. Yo's on the cage second. I'm not a killer, man, but that's what I've seen. You cage second for that pressure, and then they don't have DS. I mean, there's no DS available, but they don't have like any of their base kit or perks that can work on their unhook cage.
Well, this is starting to shape up well for Endless, although it's not over for Oblivion. They've only one more gen to do, and very doable, and they've got enough points left on the board to win or draw. Someone gets Zackstream off. Will need to be saved by Denson, because the Claudette is under a little bit of pressure now, and is on Death Hook as well. And the balanced landing comes on, and she leaps off like a leopard. Doesn't go around the other side. He's going to run in, and the lust kicks in, bizarrely.
Oh, lost sight.
Lost sight. But you see the lust
Oh,
kicked
very
in
nice
when she was
throwback.
the other side of the wall, which is... Oh, there she is there now. Did incredibly well to get... Oh, just shimmied and skipped around that. Backwards and forwards. Nox, frustration getting in, just checking on the gens, not getting too sucked into it.
No, Claudia's having a tremendous chase here. That's exactly what the survivors needed, is one good chase. Like, one really good chase in order to get some kind of pressure back onto the killer. The only thing is, this chase has been around these two generators. Oh. There it is. That's going to be the down. And they are on death hook, so this is going to be a final judgment onto them.
Goodbye, Claudette. Oh, we didn't get to see it. That's Pox, isn't that?
No, this is Twitch.
Yeah.
We can't show it. We can't show it. Sorry. Chat.
It is over 18s. Well, it ought to be with the stuff we to speak about. We like violence. I'm joking. It's only a game, guys. Okay, Nox doing well. 2K. Trip, Fabra out. Zach's stream has now been found. But Denson is stressed as a daisy. I think if you get Denson and gets that first stage, which I think is just realised, that is the win for Endless from a points perspective. And they're chasing on, and Denson will take a tap here. Now, Nox will pursue as quickly as they can. But I think if you get him tap, you'll see whether they're just playing straight for the win. But Denson did a little shimmy. You see that gen bubbling away behind them.
She was doing some shakes of a pug's tail.
2 little shimmies of a pug's ass. The way she's scooted around there. And down he goes. And it will be funny. Are they going to put them in the cage? I would have put them in the cage to secure the victory and then gone after the other one. But look.
Maybe pain res, just to see.
Yeah, there
Just in case.
There is one
Just in
token
case.
left, and we'll see. And that is indeed a Scourge hook. You are right. Numerous times there, Timmy.
Oh, that's just you gotta play. You just gotta play a little more.
Yeah.
Like behind the scenes, like you can put yourself in the killers and the survivors' shoes, and you can kind of guess what's gonna happen.
Yeah, unfortunately, I spend most of my time watching DBD than playing it these days. And then when I'm not watching it, I'm watching videos of it, cutting it for you peasants to enjoy. But of course,
I
we
think
do it
we
for
would
the
like
love.
to see the Pug King on the other side.
Well, let's try and see if we can get back to regular streaming. We'll have a crack at it over the next couple of weeks. Let's see what happens. The time is not my friend.
There's not enough time in the world.
No. But that is enough for Endless to win 2 sets in a row. So unfortunately, we won't be going to a third, which means the casting with the Intimidator, or Timmy, will be coming to an end, which is a shame. But we hope to see him back soon.
The first of many. First of many.
Yes. Very enjoyable. But it's just a matter of time. We do see Denson has gone on, or they need to onto second hook. And I think this is all about pride at this stage. Where is Tap? We're going to see...
right here. You see the pools of blood on the ground.
See a hatch play. Let's start playing the music, the Mission Impossible one. Nox is not going to let him out. Boom, boom, boom. Oh no, he let him out. I don't know if that was intentional or not, but either way, it was good to see at the end there. But it is come to an end for our first set, and next games don't kick off till 6. So we will be ending the stream and then coming back on after for our next game with Prophecy versus Corruption. And yes, we have a Xenomorph game. Our first in comp, let's see, and it will be enjoyable to watch, is the first game, Mac, which we will be back at 6 p.m. Congratulations to Endless for winning 2 sets in a row, and then of course Oblivion for participating and providing some much loved content, and of course you, the viewers, for tuning in and making this an enjoyable experience. And most of all, to the Intimidator from the Iridescent League, who turned up today and gave a very entertaining co-casting experience, and I'm glad to have you. Anything you'd like to say before we go there, Timmy?
I'm glad you invited me. It was lots of fun. I always love Pugdom. I always love watching it. It's been, I don't know, almost a year since I've been watching Pugdom. I mean,
we've been around for
who
2. Where
want
were
the
you?
menu music?
Who were you watching before? No, I'm joking. It's good.
I'm sorry.
Well, look, we look forward to having you back, and I will be back with myself and Jolie at 6 p.m. and then I think he is on at 8. I don't know if he's got a co-caster or not, but loads more games to have, and what a day we have for it. And of course, the beautiful Brooklyn in the background that's herding all of you around like a bag of cats. We will see you in about 45 minutes time for Prophecy versus Corruption. Take care now. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Join the Pugdom Discord for more information. Puglicious.